What that?
Double coverage, double coverage, double coverage.
Mama, we made it.
The network picked us up. We're like established now.
We need the signs that says like clap, cheer, laugh.
J-Mac here, D-Mac to the right. Welcome to Double Coverage.
Mama, we made
What's up, everybody? Jason McCourty here. Devin McCourty on the box to my left or right, however you are looking at it. Welcome back to another episode of Double Coverage with the McCourty twins. You guys know you can find us right here weekly on NESN. If you miss us there, you can find us on YouTube or iTunes. All you have to do is search Double Coverage with the McCourty twins. And as always, follow us on social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram at McCourty twins. And check out our cool website, McCourtyTwins.com, to keep up with all the stuff we're doing off the field and to check out some of our cool t-shirts and buy one for somebody for Christmas. Dev, welcome to another show. There you go.
Stocking stuffer.
Stocking stuffer. That's a nice way to put it.
I don't know if you can see, but I was like saying everything you were saying, but just with my mouth. So I know the viewers will be happy to see that I was doing that. Who we got on here today, J-Man? We got a special guest?
Yeah, we got my guy who I call Brother Wise, Deatrich Wise, coming to the show. So let's not waste time. Let's bring my guy Wise onto the show and get a chance to talk to him.
And if you know Deatrich Wise, this interview, we're going to make it all over the place because Wise is a man of many talents, many depths. He can talk about anything. So we're going to get this going right from the start.
He's also the best dancer on the team, so you can't forget that.
Limbs everywhere. We just wanted to start off with some football questions. Just talk about growth. Now in your fourth year, just talk about the experience of what it took to get you here and how you feel like you're playing in your fourth year as we're coming down to the final stretch of the season.
Well, first of all, thank you guys for having me. This is an honor to be on your show. I watch it all the time, and now that I'm a guest, it's a great honor. When it comes to growth, I would like to say, first of all, I'd like to pay homage to my parents, who always kept my head on straight, kept me focused on my goals, and kept me making sure like I have mental toughness going into each year. Being on this team, everybody knows being in the league period has its ups and downs, but I've learned a lot just being on this team through you guys, guys like LG, Trey, Hightower, who kind of just taught me the ways of kind of the league and how the team works, and just on that aspect of it. And then the other side, just working hard every day, just trying to be better than I was yesterday and trying to be the best teammate possible.
No doubt about it. And one thing that you've changed as you've moved on in your career is you became a vegan. Now, you are probably the biggest vegan human being that I know. How has that impacted your game, and how hard has it been for you just keeping up with the calories and the food that you have to be able to still remain your size and be able to go out there and perform week in and week out on the field?
Well, it's actually not as hard as people think. I started, I want to say, 2018, leading up to the Super Bowl, around I want to say after the Bears week is when I kind of finalized my vegan journey. But it hasn't been bad. My wife and I cook meals together, a lot of lentils, a lot of fruits and vegetables, pretty much. But I kind of eat around 4,000 to 5,000 calories a day anyway. So it's been great. Definitely helped on the recovery. I would like to say, since I've been vegan, after games, after workouts, my recovery has been phenomenal. I'm less sore. I have more energy after games. People always wonder why I can squat and work out and do what I do after long games and journeys. I like to say it's because of my nutrition. The way I put into my body definitely pays off.
Who's the better cook, you or your wife?
Different areas. I'm a better baker, and she cooks certain meals better than I can. So we have our
nice balance.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard his wife, but it's all good. You and Adam Butler, probably one of the best sack celebrations. Tell the people where it came from and how it started, and a little bit about y'all friendship.
Well, our friendship started, it was 5 of us at first.
The Rush, the R&B group.
The Rush, yep. It was Derek Rivers and Harvey Longy and KD. those three guys are no longer here with us. But now it's just Adam and I. We kind of just been together this whole time, finding out about each other. And I guess through our journey of friendship, we end up knowing that we both like a certain TV show called Dragon Ball Z. So we kind of came to the realization that after a sack, we should do something to kind of like commemorate that. And he ended up coming with the handshake. And I was like, dog, let's do it. So I think the first time we did it was the Bills game. I want to say it was 2018. It was 2018 or 19, but it was the Bills game, and that's when we first debuted it. And then it hit again prime time on the Browns a year later, and then just last week we did it again for the Chargers. We don't always do it, but when we do it, it hits special.
No doubt about it. And we know that you have a huge passion for just being able to give back in the community work. What has inspired that, and what are some of your goals or things that you want to achieve off the field and being able to help the community, whether it's back home or whether it's here in the New England area?
Well, most definitely. That starts off with my parents. My father and my mother definitely have instilled in us the giving back. Service to others is the price you pay for your time here on earth, is what my father always said. And I want to say he's a philosopher, because a lot of things that he said has either come true or has definitely stuck with me for a long period of time. But we've done soup kitchens, toy drives, clothes giveaway, anything, you name it, build houses, help pick up backyards for the elderly. So that's what I've been doing growing up. And I've always wanted to put a smile on people's faces, spread positivity wherever I went, along with helping people who need help, and that's kind of what Wise Up is about. It's kind of like our foundation, but also our family brand. And we pretty much just wising up people wherever we go on different passions or whatever you can name it. It's just pretty much educating people in different fields, along with spreading positivity along the way. So that's kind of what we do. And I just want to just give back, help people out in any way possible, definitely in our community and in communities across the world.
Well, tell people where can they... Go ahead, Dad.
No, I was going to say what you were saying. You mentioned the Wise Up, just expand a little bit on that, and then tell people how they can get Wise Up and get some of that gear. I got a hat, I got a mask, I got a couple of my Wise Up things. So let people know how they can, Wise Up as well.
Well, you can wise up in anything. Just wising up is educating yourself or taking the time to educate others in areas that you're passionate about, or areas that will help create freedom or self-sufficiency or just knowledge to someone else around you. You can definitely get Wise Up merchandise at wiseupdynamics.com or deatrichwise.com. They kind of two in the same. One's a branch off the other one. But if not, just go to Deatrich Instagram handle, and you'll see it in his bio. And we have masks, T-shirts, hoodies. We're coming out with some other apparel here pretty soon, just so spread out a little bit. And it's all unisex.
Whatever you need, they got it.
Yes, sir.
No, and I would just say for anybody, to me, it's so cool because Wise came up to us in the locker room and he had a prototype of sweatpants. He was like, "What do y'all think about this?" And to me, it was cool because, I think a lot of times people see athletes and don't understand how versatile athletes are. They're not just into playing football. Wise is into his brand. He's not just saying, "Hey, make this, make that." He's looking at stuff, he's making decisions. And I think that's the beauty of NFL players. We are not just players, we're business owners, we're fathers, husbands. So again, man, Wise, we appreciate you coming on the show today and enlightening our guests. This is what it's all about, man.
No doubt. Last question. Who's the better brother at football, you or your younger brother?
Well, it's 4 of us total. So I don't want to leave anybody out. But my youngest brother, Solomon, is the better athlete.
Okay.
Yeah, he's 6'5", probably runs a 4.45. He's the better athlete. My other brother, Daniel, and I, we're more powerful and strong. So we have our different suits. But I would say Daniel's probably better athlete out of the two, either him or Solomon. I'll probably pick those two. Yeah.
There you go. Well, you look up. We'll be looking up the other Wise brothers. Well, man, we appreciate you coming on, taking the time to come on Double Coverage with me and Dev.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
Appreciate it.
Let's jump into the group chat segment of the show. J-Mac, what's going on in your group chat?
A lot going on in the group chat. Roger Goodell has said the NFL will not skip the line when it comes to the COVID-19 vaccine. That means we will not be jumping ahead of the healthcare workers, the elderly, the people at high risk. And it goes without saying, obviously, that should be what's happening. But with the Super Bowl coming up, with the potential season next year coming up, we will have to wait our turns and get the vaccine. And whoever's getting it, not getting it, that's a whole nother debate. But the NFL season is going to continue. You got to just continue to be safe.
Well, that is awesome to know. And if you missed the game Monday night, Lamar Jackson had to leave the field. Some say cramps. Some say it looked like he had to take a boo-boo. I don't know what it is, but when he came back...
He said it was cramps.
But other people said he had to take a boo-boo. He had to, I got to take a boo-boo run into the locker room. But he comes back 4th and 5, delivers a touchdown, 2-minute drive, down at the end. Tucker hits the game-winning field goal. Probably one of the best Monday night games we've had this season as the season comes down to an end. So WrestleMania, WWE,
yes,
Lamar Jackson is back. Hey, it doesn't matter what it looked like. Action Jack, like that's what he is. Don't hate. Don't call it fake.
It's no hate. I'm watching the game. The backup quarterback comes in. He goes down with a knee injury. And the commentators even said, I don't even know if they have another quarterback to play tonight. And then they pan the screen to the locker room. And here comes Action Jackson jogging out there. And like you said, first play in, 4th down, he goes in and he's able to make the touchdown. The defense did not hold up. And in terms of defenses not holding up, the Las Vegas Raiders have decided their defensive coordinator, Paul Gunther, was not holding up, and they've decided to fire him with 3 games left to go in the season, and Rob Marinelli takes over. I've been a part of coaching changes we've talked about on the show. I don't know if with 3 games left if I've been a part of it, but it'll be interesting as the Raiders are still trying to make a playoff push.
No, let's keep it going. I mean, it's a time of the year where changes start to happen. In Philly, we talked about it before. Jalen Hurts is thrust into the starting role instead of whatever they were doing before. He delivers an upset win over the Saints. So who knows what the future looks like for Carson Wentz. He's due a lot of money next year in Philly, so he might still be in Philly, but they have a really shaky thing going on in Philly right now. And one other thing I thought was cool, Brian Flores, head coach of the Dolphins, who we'll see this weekend, when interviewed leading into the Chiefs games, he said he expects to see Eric Bieniemy becoming a head coach very soon and would see no reason for him not to be one. So as all of these hirings and firings start to happen in the NFL, it will be interesting to see if he is a head coach somewhere next year.
Yeah, and talking about changing, Eric Bieniemy's location will probably change next year, and so will his bank account when he gets that head coaching contract. And our Dan O'Brien keeping an awesome player or moment of the week last week was Sarah Fuller, and now she again makes history. She's not going to get the keeping an awesome moment this week, but she is the first girl to score points from a Power 5 conference, as she was able to kick through 2 extra points for Vanderbilt. I didn't see the score of the game, but I'm going to assume that Vanderbilt lost that game. But congratulations to Sarah Fuller making those 2 extra points.
And shout out Vandy for listening to the show. We told him don't let her just pooch kick off. Let her kick some PATs. And that's what she did. 2 for 2, 2 points. Sarah Fuller, big time. Here we go.
I don't know if you saw this, but Marco Wilson of the Florida Gators, they're playing LSU. They're down. They get a huge 3rd down stop, 3rd and 10. They tackled, I think it was a tight end short of the sticks, and his shoe comes off. And Marco Wilson decides to chuck the shoe. And his emotions, you've been in games, you've seen NBA players throw shoes in the front row when it comes off, but it cost them a 15-yard penalty, and they fell short in that game. Tough moment for the young player, but I know it'll be a learning experience.
Yeah, that was tough even watching the game. You get a huge 3rd down stop, and you get not just a 15-yard penalty, automatic 1st down. Now LSU is back in business, and a huge upset in the SEC as down goes Florida.
No doubt about it. And the Cleveland Indians will play next year with the same name, but the future is changing as they are going to be changing their name from the Cleveland Indians. So crazy. The Washington football team, it'll be interesting to see who the Cleveland Indians become. But let's get into our Dan O'Brien keeping it awesome moment of the week. D-Mac, what you got?
It comes from Western Michigan versus Ball State in a football game, similar to the Cal Bears way back in the day. As Western Michigan's going in, they're trying to come back and win, and it turned into the Rutgers play from earlier this year, lateral left, lateral right, and it looks like it's all over as they pitch it back, and one guy can't really get on it. It appears as Ball State jumps on the ball, but big man can't secure it. A guy from Western Michigan jumps on. The ball is back in play. It's lateral. A guy catches it going down the left sideline.
But they stormed the field.
The players on Ball State stormed the field. They thought it was over. It wasn't the band. It was the player. There were so many people. It was coaches, everyone. But Western Michigan does one thing. They keep playing, and they run it back for a touchdown. But it didn't count. But the moment was awesome. The result was awesome for Ball State, not Western Michigan, but the moment of us thinking that they just had the greatest win because they scored with like 20 guys on the field, it ended up not happening. But shout out to a great moment for anybody that saw that on ESPN, because I'm pretty sure no one was watching Ball State versus Western Michigan overall.
There you go. The Dan O'Brien keeping an awesome moment of the week. Let's get into some Twitter questions. The first question is a fairly odd one, but it was so odd that we had to make sure we asked it. It comes from AJ Points 1. Would you rather fight a horse-sized duck or 100 duck-sized horses? What you got?
Would I rather fight a horse-sized duck or 100 duck-sized horses?
Horse-sized ducks.
I guess the ducks, the 100 ducks. Right? No? I don't know.
I'd rather fight
get
one
away from
instead of 100. I can maybe outrun it. I don't know. But looks like we lost a fight either way because we couldn't decide. Question number 2 is for you, D-Mac, from Justin Trombino. Dev, despite the amazing success you've had with the Patriots over the last 10 years, means you're old. How important was it for you to have the opportunity to play with your brother Jason in New England? Did you guys ever think you'd be able to be teammates in the NFL?
This is old news. I'm getting tired of talking about this guy, but it was pretty cool back in 2018 when he first got here, but ever since then, it just hasn't been that cool. The guy hasn't really netted us great wins and things like that. He's been okay. Helped bring the city another Super Bowl. It's been awesome, man, to get to play with each other. If you guys follow us on social media, if you've seen the last couple of weeks has been heavy December birthdays. And I don't usually get to see J-Mac's kids on their birthdays because of the time spent apart. But this year has been awesome to see them and get to hand them their presents in person. It's been a lot of fun. So really big shout out to J-Mac's family, who was a little better than him. But we've had a lot of fun these last 3 years.
You got any more questions for us?
You don't have anything to add to that? Okay, cool.
Not at all.
From Burner Shy. What's your main goal after football? Jason and Devin, us Pats fans love you both.
Man,
what's your
main
goals,
goal? Main goal. I don't know if I have a main goal. It's probably many goals that I'm figuring out in the moment. But I would say first and foremost would be to enjoy my family in the immediate future once I'm done playing. I think that's going to be the first thing. I think as we go throughout these seasons, year after year, you put so much into it. You sacrifice so much for it. So when it's all said and done, in those probably first month or two, my main thing is going to be waking up, taking the kids to school, just being there for them and being there for my wife to give back some of the time that I've missed.
Yeah, I would agree. Everything J-Mac said as we figure out what we want to do, even from a business and livelihood standpoint. And then I also, at someday, want to be one of the best youth coaches in the country. Not college or NFL, youth coaches. That is my goal, and I'm sticking with it.
Hey, this is, I think, the 4th time this guy's been nominated for the Walter Payton Man of the Year. I think the Patriots are trying to nominate him to be the most nominated person, that it gets to the point where they're just like, we got to give this guy the award because he's just been nominated so much. But it's attributed to the work that D-Mac does off the field and in the community and his ability to give back and the sacrifice he makes. So congratulations on your 4th nomination for Walter Payton Man of the Year. You deserve it. Congrats, D-Mac.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it. And just to take a quick moment to send some prayers up to Keontae Johnson, the kid from Florida basketball team who collapsed on the court. I believe that was Saturday afternoon. He is in the hospital still, so trying to fully recover. So definitely want to send prayers out to him and his teammates. Tough thing to witness. You saw like the players were very shaken up on both sides, Florida and Florida State. So wishing him a speedy recovery.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely tough to see. And we're getting ready for a big week, heading down to Miami. Going to be extremely hot, a division opponent with playoff implications on the line. So we just got to focus on what's in front of us and what we can control. And for this week, all that we can control is our play against Miami. So we'll be focused on that game this week. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. As always, you can find us week in and week out on NESN. If you miss us there, you can find us on YouTube or iTunes. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Find us on social media, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, at McCourty Twins. And last, check out our website, McCourtyTwins.com. Go get somebody a cool t-shirt for the holidays.
And get a t-shirt that says, "Mama, we made it." Appreciate you guys,
it. See you guys next week.